outskirts. I missed that.
Are we doubled? No, we're not doubled at all. Able to check in the audio good? Oh, and we back.
Are we back now?
Yeah, we back, bro. At the struggle bus got us again, man.
This ain't no struggle bus, boy. I just recovered us. We good.
Yeah,
Struggle
I
bus
can hear
this
the audio
season.
on Facebook.
it's
That's because
back.
we fixed it.
We
Yeah.
fixed it.
Hey, zoom out a little bit.
Kill.
Little bit in. No, a little bit
Yay.
in. Right
Yeah,
there.
we back, man.
All right, that works.
Arriba.
All right, yeah, here we go. The official start. Hey, season 2, episode 1. This is not a joke. For real, it's not a joke. We back. We back.
I'm glad you guys can hear now. My
Yeah,
apologies.
it's all good. Yeah, it was good. Hey, we're gonna
It's
keep
just
it going.
April Fool's joke. April Fool's for y'all, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. For sure.
for sure. Hey, but for real, like so for me, I know everybody run to get their rundown. For me, for my week, it's been kind of crazy since we've been off the show. I started class, man. So I've been a little rusty trying to learn coding and stuff again. It's been a little crazy. Just enjoying my free time, man. I've been having a lot of time hanging out, working on the set. The set was a lot of work, man. It was a group effort. So I'm happy for the product that we got. It feels real good. I'm happy about it, man.
I'm happy you're happy.
Yeah, I'm just it's feeling real good. But I'm happy the gang is back, as you can tell. But other than that, though, everything's been real chill. Just been having a good time, man. So, Anime, what's up with you, my guy?
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Oh yeah, it
I
is my
think we
turn.
might
Huh?
need to go back. Yeah.
Why? Because I mean, I guess we couldn't really hear theirs.
We couldn't really hit us.
I mean, how do we want to handle it, guys?
How we want to handle it?
We can start from the top. Like we can start from the top.
Go.
We literally can.
Yeah.
It's up to you. I mean, it depends on how many people are like viewing. I got 3 people watching right now.
I got like 2.
Let's keep it rocking.
Let's keep it rocking.
Let's
man.
keep it rocking. All right,
keep it
so
rocking, yeah.
what have I been up to?
What you been up to, my guy?
Oh my God, when was our last episode?
January.
Oh, we did have one in January.
We had one in January.
Okay, so since January, man, it's been emotional. It's been emotional. It's been spiritual. It's been a, mental, very, very trying experience over the last couple months, actually.
Actually, that sounds real interesting, man.
Yeah, man. Starting to experiment, with some things. I think I did talk about this last episode, but I am officially a Rasta.
I see, man. The locks is getting longer, man. Hey, looking
J.Cole
smooth, man.
grew him some dreads, and now he think he smoke now.
Hey, you got the mustache, the locks, and everything, my guy.
Yeah, I only have this because my wife thinks it looks good. I think I look crazy with a
It
mustache.
does look good. I agree with her.
It completely destroys my like little kid vibe. Like I try to like keep my face looking like I'm still like 20 something, 30 something maybe.
Nah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
Boy, he's destroying me with the soundboard.
It
ain't he?
is, man.
But yeah, man, I've we had some ups and some downs. I had a situation occur. My daughter was late to work. I mean, not late to work, late to school.
Right.
And so it was a rash. It was like the first time I was like, all right, cool, don't let this happen again. And by like the 7th time that it happened again, I was like, listen, you think I'm playing, but I'm not playing. I need you to make sure that you go to school on time. You wake up on time, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So as I'm dropping her off, I'm like, yo, what is she wearing? Like some other girl in the parking lot walking to the school.
Right.
And so I'm literally watching. It was something crazy that you would be like, yo, whoa, why is this in the school? And Yasmin was like, don't nobody challenge us on that. We wear what we want to wear. I'm like, what about the dress code? And she's like, well, if they attack us about the dress code, we'll just say that they're impeaching on our freedoms, and then we'll use that to manipulate her. I'm like, whoa, is this how you think?
Right.
Oh my God. And man, let me tell you, I am not fond of what I see from this generation of youth.
The youth, what they call it, the Zoomers?
The Zoomers.
Come on, old man.
I'll be that guy.
Man.
Listen, at first I was the champion for the Zoomers.
Right.
For sure. When it first happened. When they first started kind of like calling them Zoomers and separating the gap between the millennials and this next generation, I was a champion. I was like, look at the things they're doing. Like when it came to racism, it was like they was like non-tolerant of it. They were like, yo, why does it even matter? I don't care. Obviously, they embraced the dork, right? You know what I mean? That was a big deal for me. You know, I felt like I was a part of the team, you know? And I was really excited about what they could bring. I mean, technology and how fast. I mean, you see it all the time, like little kids graduating from Yale and stuff, you know? So, once I started working with them, though, that changed everything.
Yeah, that's it.
It really changed everything for me.
Yeah,
because I was like, yo, these kids will manipulate their way into anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So it's crazy, man. It's a different time that we in, man. I work with a few. It's hey, Chris, what's up?
Nah, I'm just laughing. Like, I'm gonna let you go.
Nah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, it's just I don't know. You sound like old people now. Do we feel like
I am old people?
Do we consider ourselves old people now? Are we like the elders, or we
it's
like
kind of weird
middle?
because like 40 is the new 30, and it really is. It really is for a lot of people.
Stop the cap.
Whatever.
Do we feel like we like?
Can we not breeze over this real quick?
Go ahead.
Ari the Grump is not here.
Ari the Grump is not here.
What?
No, we have a stand-in on the boards.
Who happens to be a Zoomer?
Yeah. I wish we had an applause. We can do like a clapping and stuff like that. We can do air horns for my man Luxeist.
What's up, man?
On the boards.
He's doing a good job.
Representing for
Pretty
Generation
good.
Z.
Is it Generation
Bruh.
Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I feel like we are parents now. Like back when we was 18, 19, I feel like we like the new old people.
I personally feel like
Nah.
no, I personally feel like the distance between how the generations interacted and how what they thought was acceptable was just so much vastly separate than what it is now. Like right now, it's like far beyond. But I don't know, man. Were we that far beyond from Zoomers?
I think history
I mean, boomers?
repeats itself, and everybody has a different. I don't know. It's a different tolerance. Each generation has a different tolerance. I think.
I think you're partially correct with that, Nate. Like I think each generation it's nothing new under the sun. Everybody we doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you look back in the 90s with Freaknik, for example. You know, it was wild times, right? According to the old folks at that time, you know. So, and that was your generation, girl. Well, maybe right before your generation, right? Like our auntie's generation. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I think folks be overblowing stuff. You know, these kids are kids. They gonna push the boundaries. You know, they gonna test the water, see what they can get away with. We did the same thing, man.
Oh
I
yeah.
know Garnet, come on, man. You know
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
We were cool with the dress code.
I was never a child.
You know, we were. I was cool with the dress code. I had to wear like a white button up and some blue navy blue slacks, and your personality was always your sneakers.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Well, you had dress code,
can
right?
see
I mean,
that.
you had
Yeah,
uniform.
yeah, we had uniform.
Hey, shout out to Angelique Johnson.
So we didn't protest it.
Nah,
I wouldn't protest the rule because I don't like it. That's some Zoomer shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like
a dress code, or I mean, do that not a dress code, but do they wear uniforms?
Nah. But they got a dress code.
Well, I mean, see, all right. So my high school, we didn't have uniforms. We had a dress code, but people wore kind of almost whatever they want at times. You know what I'm saying? Now they might have gotten in trouble a little bit, but they might come back with something just a tad bit above level. You know what I'm saying? So I think I mean I don't I'm not as rough on them as you seem to be.
Cause I'm a grumpy ass old man. I'll be that. Get off my grass.
Should be animated grumpy.
Angelique says freak Nick. Now who's old?
Not just being a grump, but I'm kind of jealous because when I go to my kids' school, these high schoolers are going in like crop tops. I mean, they don't have really much to show, but they're going down there.
That's crazy because in Vegas they do.
Tops.
They come to school. Wait, they go to school in crop tops now?
That's what I'm saying. What I saw was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was like, how? And they was like, yo, who's going to say something to her?
As soon as I walked in that door, somebody would be there telling me to go home.
Yeah, what is
I'm telling you, these teachers don't want to be the next teacher on the news because they said a student dressed sexy. That you know what I mean? It's gonna be like that. Like, what's wrong with what I'm wearing? Well, I could see half your boobs. I think that what you have is a little inappropriate. Headline: Teacher fired for making sexual innuendos to student. That's how it is today.
I mean, I feel like with the I feel like kind of like what Chris was saying earlier, like we do push the envelope, but I think this generation, man, they pushing it like
no, they didn't push the envelope, they burned it. There's no envelope anymore. No. It's gone.
With crop tops, come on, man.
I just thinking like I thinking like just general, man. Like when I'm dealing with
crop tops during our day.
I mean. Yeah, they
of course
did.
We did.
Yeah, you had people that were
and you had line steppers too.
They would tie
but what you did not have, Chris.
Up during, like,
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Tied in the back. Okay.
But the problem is that they're protesting. That's the issue. There's been line steppers since the beginning of time, but never once did we use this tactic to get what we want when we don't like some stuff. We never did that. It was like we got in trouble for the things that we did that we weren't supposed to do. And we kept doing stuff and hope we didn't get caught until we stopped doing stuff because we kept getting caught.
Right.
Right.
I don't know, man.
I always wonder, like, where's the parents that used to get upset about that stuff and go cry? Like, I used to.
They scared to get canceled too.
Exactly.
I used to go to the nurse's office and like go to sleep because you know how I have anxiety, right? So I have anxiety. So when I get upset, like it drains the life out of me. So I used to get so upset at school when they did tell me not to do something. I guess I was a bad kid, but I used to get so upset that I would just feel tired, and then I would just go to the nurse's office and sleep it off.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, I didn't mean to cut you off. I feel like that, I think that now we got parents, right? So we came up in the 90s, right? So we come from parents.
But we're the parents now. So why aren't they telling their kids stop that shit?
Well, we weren't protesting. I think that's one of the things, right? Our generation wasn't a protest generation.
Right.
Well, that's not true.
Get out there.
But
that's not true. We had the Million Man March. That literally was a thing. The Million Man March.
But that wasn't that.
That was absolutely a protest.
I'm talking about us. Our like us.
You mean like our age?
Yeah.
I guess that is a Gen X thing.
Yeah.
The Million Man March. We can't take that one.
No, we was little kids.
Am I a Gen X?
Yeah, that was Gen X. No, you're not a Gen X.
You definitely no.
You're a millennial.
You're a millennial. Definitely a millennial.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just think that I think that come along, like, to me personally, right? And then I'm gonna keep it pushing. Just I'm gonna put my little last thing on there. I think that, you know, the new parents, right? Like the parents now, our age, 30s, 40s, we try to make our lives better for the kids to have things that we didn't have when we was little. Like all of y'all could say that y'all kids are doing better than what you had, right?
Absolutely.
Could you say that, Chris? Could you say that? Like your kids got it better than what you had at the age?
For sure they do.
Nay?
Sure they do.
Could you say your kids had it better?
Way better than I did. Yeah, for
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, it's just like, I feel like sometimes when
Every
you
generation like that. My bad.
maybe. I
That's
mean,
how it goes. That's how it is.
I mean, I just think that the thing is going too fast. But then I was thinking about that too when I was thinking about the whole like John Morant situation with all the kids and the youngsters. Well, they're not really kids; they grown men. Like this is what we started getting into. Like the I feel like it's no respect anymore, man. People just kind of do whatever anymore now, man. They just out here rocking. Just
Now
doing
you
English
sound like
stuff.
an old man.
What? How sound
That's
like an old man
that's
now?
the generic thing that old people used to say. They just do it differently than us. Like I have a specific complaint. Listen, protesting was a very unique thing we used to fight oppression and fight things that were unjust. You using that to wear a fucking crop top to school.
Dress code.
That's too far.
Right.
Too much is.
Why
too
is
much.
John Morant in a nightclub with a gun? That is not a us thing. And then posting, it's a us thing to take a gun into the club. 100%.
Right.
Guns been going in the club since
I
Coke.
don't know.
Oh, for
I
sure.
don't know.
For sure.
I mean,
We just didn't put the
people been
shit
going
on
to
the
clubs.
internet.
Yeah, I think because social media, man.
We didn't put it on social media. You want to know why? Because our friends that were going to be impressed by that shit were in the club with us, not at home by themselves.
I mean, Shine got arrested for shooting up a club, right? Like,
Right.
What was that,
So
the 90s?
clearly he had a gun for a reason. That's what I'm saying. We definitely brought guns in the club. I'm certain that in the 70s, guns were in the club. For sure.
For sure. I think just in this new age that we in, it's like everything's being shown, everything's being televised, so you can't.
That
get
is part
away
of the
with
problem.
Stuff that you can that you can't do. Like back in the day, you can kind of move around and do everything. You can't move no more. If we got a mentor, you need a team to keep you accountable for what you're doing.
I do think that, to your point, that I think that, you know that rule, it takes a village to raise a kid?
Right.
Like, I feel like that has never been more relevant than now, because people are trying to raise their kids by themselves. And what do? They go to the internet. They go to YouTube. There's no villages no more.
Google.
It's just like depositories of information that people share.
Kind of like when we was little, when you had the lady next door, if she caught you doing something, she'd go tell your mom, 100%. Be like, hey, your son out here doing this and doing that.
Yo, they probably don't even do that no more.
Nah, you probably scared you go to jail if you say something to somebody's kid. What?
Man, I just seen the clip with Mike Epps. He was talking about if the old folks sent you outside, ain't fucking around. Hey, go to the store for me, baby. They was on it back then. Nowadays, I mean, old folks, they close their window. You know?
I was today years old when I realized this was a thing.
You didn't know that?
Never. Always thought I needed to go get cigarettes.
You thought that was normal to go get cigarettes?
100%. It's like, hey, go get these cigarettes from. I thought she was out.
Nah, that was not normal at all. We did a lot of stuff back then that was highly frowned upon. I'm happy I grew up there. Well, y'all bashed me on the last episode about talking about the 90s, so I don't want y'all
you
to
just
attack
speak
me.
about it like it's the gospel. I won't do that. I just think that this generation takes it too far, too often.
What?
Whatever. Okay. Shut up, Luxie.
All right. So we go.
Angelique in the chat said that thank goodness there was no IG in the 90s and the 80s.
Listen.
Right. That's
if
what
it
I'm
was,
saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
Could you imagine like with like Whitney Houston or like any of our beloved people, like man, or what they was doing? Like
we from Chicago, yo. Like all the gang banging stuff that was going on, dog. Like if it was IG back then, dog. Like I just found this IG page. They show like all the old.
Yeah, but I still even think, Chris, in comparison to what we grew up with, I think that they're way more savage now. I think there's way less respect for like any kind of structure or any kind of discipline or anything. I feel like it's just cutthroat now. Like beyond desensitized.
I don't know. It said Omar Epps was on math. Omar Epps was on math. Hoffa, and he could imagine Tupac on IG. Tupac on IG, that would have been crazy.
Tupac on IG.
If I'm saying though, if it was like Tupac on IG,
crazy, man. He was shooting.
Yeah, he definitely would have been like guns in the club, champagne bottles on chicks, his pants halfway down his ass and his boxers showing with a champagne, like a bottle of champagne in his hand. That's Tupac in the club. 100%.
Now I know that we can't compare any rappers or anything to Tupac, but
no. Ain't no. Why are we butting after that? Why is there a butt?
Who on IG acts like you think Tupac would act right now?
I'm too old because I'm not on IG.
I don't even know.
I am. I see some crazy stuff. These kids are wild.
Ja Morant.
Oh no, man.
Ja Morant.
Like, yeah, but just like in the 90s, it would have been crazy though. Like I think that just this age, man, we gotta. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm getting old.
You think
man.
he'd be canceled?
I think
Tupac would probably definitely be canceled.
The baby's been kind of hush hush. I haven't heard too much from him.
Oh, but anyhow,
Somebody said Blueface.
Blueface
Is the Tupac of the of this generation. Blueface.
Blueface.
I don't think Tupac was okay getting slapped by women.
The millennial in me won't even let me talk about that. Hey man, so man, we gonna keep it moving, man. Hey.
Yeah.
My bad. I missed my whole cue.
It's cool though. So
I completely.
Speaking of, we've been going into the difference between millennials and Zoomers, but hey, so J.Cole, right? It's been a lot of lists coming out. 100, the top 100 rappers. It's been like 5 or 6 different reiterations of the list, and every time I see it, we got Kendrick Lamar top 5, and J. Cole's like number 13. And I'm like, yo, what is up with that, man? Like, I feel like.
I mean, that's facts.
What you want?
Wait.
Bro, what are you talking? What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I don't know, not necessarily where J. Cole is. Like he should be at least in the top 10. But I mean,
that's our point.
That's our point.
That's the point.
Yeah, everyone got him. Everyone got him at like.
He's top 20.
Yeah, but
everybody got him at top 20. But J. Cole is top 10.
Yeah, definitely top 10.
Don't let me get in my bag because he might be like top 5.
Yeah.
What you say now?
Agreed.
He like the quiet
like
kid in the
quiet
class.
kid.
Yeah, get good grades. He stay out of trouble. If he got in more trouble, he'd probably be up there. But
Yeah, if he's that guy, he's the valedictorian. Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah, for sure.
And everyone knows he's gonna go on and do great things. Yo, who else is that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Kendrick is not the
Everyone has
valedictorian.
style. Yeah.
He might not be. You're right about that.
Honestly,
What you feel?
I feel like Cole better than Kendrick. And that's not a hot take.
Exactly.
I mean, if we go album for album.
Yeah.
Album for album.
No.
Man.
What?
No.
No, how? How, Sway?
What you mean?
How, who, me?
Nah, I'm talking like.
Let's do it. Kendrick got, what, 3 albums out? 4 albums?
Yeah, he got what? 3,
Good
4
Kid,
albums
Mad
out?
City.
Yep.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yep.
Damn.
And
his new shit.
Yeah.
All right.
And people say Section 80.
Coyle,
So you put
they
Section
told
80
me I
in.
was too
Huh,
loud.
Section 80?
Yeah, you put Section
All
80.
right. So we got what? The J. Cole story? What was that one? What was his first album called? I did not become a J. Cole fan until Voluminati.
Voluminati, yeah, that was my first.
That was my first J. Cole introduction.
Listen, J.Cole came on late for
But
me.
that says something though, right? That says something. Oh, he peaked late. I got you.
Yeah, like when he came on,
Well,
came
I mean,
on.
it's kind of like this. You got two leaders, right? Especially when you talk military. You got the one leader that graduated from school and had a degree and then got commissioned as an officer. And then you got a leader that actually has supervisory experience, led troops, has experience going. Like J. Cole is the experienced.
Exactly.
Where Kendrick would be the guy that just came out of school.
Nah, well, I don't want to seem like that. Forest Hill Drive is the best album ever to come out. Somebody put on
Say what?
Forest Hill Drive is the best.
Stop the cap.
I mean, like Forest Hills Drive is a magnificent. I would put Forest Hills Drive above any Kendrick album.
No.
Any Kendrick album.
What?
Oh. J.Cole doesn't have an album better than
Stop the cap.
than Kendrick.
Stop the cap.
That I don't agree with that.
Good Kid, Mad City is
He
better
needs a
than
nap.
every J.Cole
What?
album.
That's
what are you
no,
talking about, man?
definitely not. And I love Good Kid, Mad. In fact, I do think.
Check
Check the chat.
we
The
need
chat.
a poll. We need to put a poll up or something.
No, there is a poll.
We need a poll.
The poll says that Kendrick is better. Public popular opinion is that Kendrick is better.
I'm gonna make my own list now.
I mean,
the public is right.
do you feel like that it's
I
more?
don't think so.
Do you think so? I feel like J. Cole has been put in Kendrick's shadow unfairly. Like I think it's like an unfair cast that.
I don't think it's unfair.
I
think Cole had the opportunity. I was reading the chat and then I realized it was Luxie. I'm thinking people like commenting.
Oh, nah, but I feel like J. Cole, he don't have a flair like the Kendrick's very animated, and I think that's what people draw to his animation. You know
That's what makes Kendrick. That's what makes Kendrick second to Cole, because Cole is precision. Cole is razor sharp. Kendrick is kind of like a saw. It's cutting. It can get messy. You gonna see the cut, but boy, Cole is like a surgeon. Like precise. I mean, I can't think of a bar he didn't land.
Can you think of one that Kendrick didn't? Right, exactly.
No, but this is the thing. I think Kendrick is really good. But the thing is when Kendrick what is so funny?
Because he hit you with the exactly. I was waiting for mine. You know what I'm saying? He was late to the party with mine. It's all right. Hey, I got you.
But no, like I feel like, you know what I mean? Like
Sorry.
Kendrick is eccentric and he stands out from people. And Cole is very subdued and just laid back and casual with it. And I think that that's why Kendrick gets more flair. He gets more bravado, right? Because of what he's doing. I mean, but like, that's because J. Cole out playing for the non-NBA basketball league and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I feel like too, like, but Kendrick took a time off too, though, right? He had writer's block. It was a while.
Yo, Cole ain't never had writer's block. Cole ain't never had writer's block. I know.
I'm saying though he did have writer's block though. He said between Damn and the last album that came out, he had writer's block. He didn't feel motivated. He lost all his motivation. He was just chilling.
Who still listens to Kendrick?
A lot of people still listen.
No. On this podcast right now, when's the last time you listened to Kendrick Lamar?
It's been a
Nah. I just want to
well,
know.
probably about the same. I'm about to tell you. I'm about to
Okay,
tell you. It's
go ahead.
been about probably the same amount of time I listen to J. Cole. I mean, I'm not bumping either one of them like weekly. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie.
I got.
But, so it's
I
good.
listened to Mr. Morale and the Hot Steppers. That was a cool album. But I think after Damn,
You said it was a cool album.
it was cool.
It was
Like
a cool. It was cute.
it was cool.
It was cool.
It was cool.
I'm not playing no songs off that album.
I mean, parts for me, I think like
I would rather listen to For Your Eyes Only. I got joints on For Your Eyes Only I could still bump right now and prefer over anything on Mr. Morales or whatever it's called and the Hot Steppers. And I don't want to see him perform live. I have a lot of respect for Kendrick. I'm a fan. I just sharply do not agree with anyone who thinks that he's better than Cole.
Exactly.
There's no one better than King Cole right now in that generation. He got all them numbers. All of them. Don't nobody want smoke with Cole.
listen. My whole opinion is I think on the list though, J. Cole's nice, man. He's one of the best. I just think he shouldn't be number 9. I mean, he shouldn't be number 13 or number 14 or number 17. They shouldn't be putting people like Nicki Minaj above him, which I think is disrespectful. Blasphemous. Like
Blasphemy.
I think if I think if
He'd be
Kendrick
above
Lamar
Kendrick.
is going to be like number 2, then J. Cole should be number 3. It should be that listing how we say Jay-Z, Pac, Nas, Big.
Yeah, but that rotates around.
It can be. Just put them in the same bar.
You said something the other night though. Wait,
Okay.
hold on.
What I say?
Hold on. Yo, you said Snoop was in your top 10.
Snoop is. Yeah.
Did you say top 10 or top 5?
Snoop's definitely top
I love
10.
Snoop
Like
Dogg.
Top 10 for you?
Top 10 Snoop Dogg. Yeah, along
That's-
with Ludacris.
That's whoa.
I love Snoop Dogg.
Bruh.
Snoop and Luda. Yeah.
So I get you on that, girl. And like I think right now, at this moment, off their last album, I probably would give it to Cole. Right? You know what I'm saying? So
Off of any album for
I
me
feel you
though.
on that.
I go back to Cole albums. Cole has songs that I go back to and I listen to today. I don't really have that for Kendrick. I don't listen to songs that Kendrick wrote. Like, yep, I'm in a mood to hear this. You know what? Maybe the
Yeah,
Beyonce
right,
song,
right.
Freedom.
Yeah.
I would say this. Remember,
If these walls could talk.
well, I would say this though. Remember, we was listening to the music last night, and I told you listen to music from a very technical standpoint. Like you listen to music technically.
Right. We were talking about that. Yeah.
Right. You listen to the music very technically. And remember I was saying like sometimes you got to find a balance between being real technical and having something that people can listen to every day. I think J. Cole is that balance.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you,
I agree.
I don't think,
'Cause
I
I was
know
saying-
Jay-Z is that balance.
I mean, look who you signed
That
to.
is the example. That's the blueprint. To be technical and to relate to people. Fair?
True.
So you just said that J. Cole is the next Hove.
I mean,
He just got to put out the albums worth it.
he do.
I feel like Cole has the potential to make so much more money. Like, I feel like well, no, I won't even compare him to Lupe Fiasco.
Well, let's see. We got a Facebook. We got in the Facebook chat.
Lupe.
Kendrick's last album, he was addressing issues, culture, politics. You know what I'm saying? Like they say Kendrick could be, if we had to decide, would Kendrick be
Yo, you
Tupac?
really trying to hear that for the rest of your life?
What?
Like songs that are about, I don't know, societal, social issues. You know what I mean? Like in addressing the things that we think are unjust and
That's
stuff
what
like
Pac
that.
did.
That's why I still listen to
That's what
Tupac.
Pac did.
Yeah. So you still, you right. And that's what I think that this conversation really is. I really think that the difference between Kendrick and Cole is the difference between a Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah. If we had to put in a suit, if we had to be like, okay, Kendrick would be Pac and J. Cole would be Big.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Agreed. Yeah.
that's how it definitely would be. You know what I'm saying?
West
That's
Coast
how I
versus
feel.
East Coast.
Huh? You said what now?
West Coast versus East Coast.
But here's the thing. I don't think that it's really that.
They're not as passionate as they were back then, though.
They're definitely
Well,
passionate.
Big had wordplay.
Maybe not even passionate's the wrong word. I think maybe not as.
I haven't really seen a lot of that from Cole. Wordplay?
Yeah.
Cole, talking about wordplay from Cole?
Yeah. Cole has flawless. I've seen him like flip words, but I mean like not like Lupe wordplay, not like Pusha T wordplay. Yo, I feel like that's why he not Biggie. Because Biggie had wordplay. Biggie juggled words and syllables. Pause.
Oh, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Big wordplay was dangerous. Cole not on the wordplay.
He not, but man, is that boy surgical with them punchlines.
He is.
I've never ever seen it. This man said he would like something about Jesus asked him for a feature, he'd probably go to hell or some shit.
Yeah, it's nice though.
Yo!
Nah.
Said I'm probably gonna go to hell if Jesus asked for a feature.
Exactly.
Bruh.
Oh no.
What is Kendrick said is harder than
I ain't
that?
gonna downplay that shit.
You said what
I
now?
ain't gonna downplay that shit. That was decent. It was a decent line. I made a face. But now, you know,
Whatever.
I think J. Cole, man. I mean, it's debatable, man. Commonwealth's podcast is what we do. We like to bring it out to the people, man. Like the chat, and we like to bring up these subjects. Everyone's gonna have their opinions and facts and everything, and that's just how I feel like. Hey, I just
They're
feel like
all
it's
welcome.
disrespectful. I feel like J. Cole should be up there, man. Like I'm tired of seeing these lists
Exactly.
where he's like number 13, number 14. You know what I'm saying? I think they had like some whack ass rappers in front of him, and I think it's corny.
Exactly.
But
do we have a list?
I could bring the list up online. I could show you we had it before, the top 50 rappers all the time, the list they made.
It was somewhere. It
'Cause I
should be
know-
easy to
I
find.
know- I think somebody was hating on Nicki being up there.
She was number
Ahead of
9,
him,
bro.
I mean,
Ex-
probably
What?
should be ahead of him.
I mean, like let's
Maybe she should be.
I
Not
like
off bars.
I
obviously,
like Nicki.
obviously,
Yeah.
Not on bars.
I mean, obviously
Not
this
on
isn't
bars.
this is not these lists aren't built around like the 36 point scale. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know. But if you put them up against my scale, the toner scale, then we'll know the truth.
Shit.
We know.
We ain't got
know-
time for that today.
That takes an hour. That takes a whole hour.
I mean, it's
to
a great
fucking do
show though.
We had to dedicate a whole show to that, my guy.
one album.
That would be yeah. But
That's a lot of points. 36 of them.
as far as rapping goes,
But,
you also carry another Minaj and Cardi B. Ooh,
Man, that's Luxy. Don't pay him no attention.
well, we not finna.
We're not
what
we're
is
not
that?
gonna talk about Minaj and Cardi.
We're not about to do that, man. Come on, stop it. Anyhow,
Ain't even no competition. How about that?
oh yeah,
right.
Ain't even a discussion. How about that? Say what you want.
before we go to
I
the
can
next
just
subject.
She
say
got
that-
Lotto number 2. Just
No,
so,
no,
just so we
no,
clear.
no. The last list was wild. They also need to separate the best artists, lyricists, best impact to the culture. I think the conflict those and don't stay consistent when ranking them. Ooh.
Yeah, because they don't have a system.
Ooh.
Which I
That's a good
created.
point right there, though. We do need to have best artists, best lyricists, best impact to the culture. I think that would be dope. Breaking it into subdivisions.
That's what the toner scale does.
The toner scale.
The toner scale does that.
Toner scale. Oh,
Toner
damn.
scale.
I ain't for that shit.
You say what?
Toner scale.
So
What
I
you
didn't know
say?
you had a name for that shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
The toner scale, 36 points.
Okay.
All right.
You
So
need to motherfucking make an article about that shit.
we can have a whole show, but if we could use music the way we wanted to,
I mean, we could just not license music that we got licensed. I mean, ain't nobody trying to hear that.
nah.
when somebody
Go ahead.
all right, go ahead. When somebody comments something like what was just said, the best impact on culture and everything. So when I hear you guys talking, like obviously I like metal, And then you guys like rap. I love some kind of rap, so
I mean, I love some kind of metal too. I feel a way about that
yeah.
statement. I listen to quite a lot of. I debated whether I was going to wear my
So
Smashing
what I'm,
Pumpkin shirt today.
Oh,
I love
I don't know
Smashing
nothing about no
Pumpkins.
metal. I know hip hop, R&B, a little bit, maybe some country.
See, he's the
I'm
type of
very,
Negro you're
very
talking
wife.
about, not
These are
me.
my wife.
I mean, I
I'm
listen
very
to.
open
We was
about
talking about this
music.
the other
I
day. We
love
grew up on
music.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, so we watch Beavis and Butthead, so I see some of
Yeah.
everything. So,
You're right. Beavis and Butthead turned us out. We listen to white people music.
yeah, I listen to Smashing Pumpkins.
I love Smashing Pumpkins.
Cardigans.
I've heard it.
I love the
I've heard
Cardigans. No. We
heard it.
listen
I
to
love
it.
those Smashing.
When I smoke weed,
But-
I listen to Oasis, Champagne Supernova. That's a great song.
Smashing Pumpkins from Chicago, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He don't
from
care.
the city, you know what I'm saying?
He don't care. They ain't got enough melanin in
So-
him for him.
What I was saying
Nah.
is,
See, look, it ain't even like that.
Hey, what you was saying though, Nate? What you was gonna say?
so what Koil was saying in the chat about the best lyrics, like how do you compare everybody? When I listen to somebody, I think about like being artists. The best, all those are all separate. That quote that you guys just put on there.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
The best impact on the culture. I think that Kendrick Lamar and J.Cole are like so separate or they're so comparable because Kendrick Lamar is one that does J.Cole collab with a lot of artists?
Yes.
Yeah, and he building a label too, so his guys under him.
He ain't
Is it-
building a label. He
built-
got a label.
The label is.
They are established.
He's got a label.
You are a Dreamville artist. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, Kendrick is doing the same thing. He's got his,
has
like,
more,
PG Lang.
Metal.
His cousin
he has
came
that type
through.
of vibe in his music, though. You know.
No, I think that's what.
I'm not gonna lie.
Go
The
ahead.
first time that I ever heard Kendrick Lamar, and then when I fell in love with Kendrick Lamar, was that one song with Aesop Rocky, that I love bad bees. You know what I'm talking about? I love
Fucking
bad-
problems.
and that's
Yeah.
It's called
Fucking
fucking problems.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
fucking love
That's
that
when you
song.
fell in love with Kendrick.
So, and we were in Okinawa, and I was partying with the military wives out there. So that's when I fell in love with Kendrick Lamar. So I was.
I
just
love
wondering,
bad
like,
bitches. That's
so
my
that's
fucking
when
problem.
I heard him. J. Cole. I come here back to Albuquerque. I hang out with I have a lot of black guy friends, and they like J. Cole. So when they're playing him, like I feel kind of like bored, like down.
Look,
Do you know what I mean?
Do you
you're not
listen to what he's
you're not
saying?
alone, Nate, 'cause I got a
Do you
homeboy
listen to the
who's
words?
Black, all right. Nah.
No. So I think I'd have to like chill with them, and because I spend a lot of time downtown, it's kind of like a hipster Rasta type vibe downtown. So that's why I hang out downtown, because like I love that. So when I go to their houses and they're listening to that, we're already drinking, we're already high, and I'm feeling like I need a rush.
I feel like I'm breathing on the mic. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I kept hearing it. I'm like, where is that coming from? It's
like, I need a
coming
rush,
from
so
me.
By that time, I'm already like, bored. They're like, let's listen to this. Let's listen to the words. And they're like, smoky. And then they're like, listen. I'm like, I'm either ready for bed or like you know what I mean, Chris? Yeah, I think you know.
No,
what
I
mean.
got a partner, man. He's a true
Yeah.
hip hop head. You know, he actually makes
Mhm.
music. You know, he
He-
respects Cole.
yeah.
He likes Cole, but he feels the
Mhm.
same way. I disagree with him. I don't think J. Cole's boring. You know, but I've heard that. I've heard that from black people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's just like, if you're not
Them same
really
people
into
listening to Lil
hip-hop,
Durk.
you would feel that way. But
Bruh.
you
Yeah.
said what, girl?
I said them same people that's saying
To
that
be
they
honest,
listen to
I
Lil
freaking
Durk.
I not
No,
like Tool
no,
and
no,
Pink Floyd.
no.
So there's
He's all right.
rock bands that I cannot stand either. So I don't know. It's not that I can't stand J. Cole. It's just like every time the situation has risen, he has been kind of.
Have
don't
you
make
have
party
you
music.
actually listened to what he was saying though? Because that's the impressive thing about J. Cole is what he's saying and how he's saying it. If you've never given that much attention to the lyricism, then you wouldn't be impressed by him.
I think this goes back to what you were saying earlier. Like I think the only really rapper who's mastered that is Jay-Z.
Oh, the balance.
The balance, man.
The balance.
The balance.
The balance.
As
Yeah,
that he
okay.
can rap and make you feel like he can give you some bars.
Yeah, say some thought-provoking stuff.
And then he'll get you back on the party stuff. But I think maybe I don't know, but I feel like as far as like with the feeling, I think maybe Pac might have been better, man, for the feeling.
I think emotionally, motivating wise, social justice type stuff, emotional stuff, whether it was angry, whether it was heartbroken, horny, whatever emotion and feeling you can have, like Pac did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't think of a single punchline from him that I was like, oh.
Nah, I mean, if you want to break it down.
That's why I fucked your bitch, fat motherfucker.
Nah, I mean, Big was a more technical rapper though. Like he was a more technical
Chris is
rapper.
like,
I give Big
whoa.
that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But when we're saying technical, just know that that's what rapping is.
It is, but some rappers have the ability to give you, like everybody who technical can't get you that feeling though. Like
This is why we got the toner scale.
Yeah, it can go on and on with who give you the feeling and who does that. Cause like when I listen to Jay-Z, I don't have no songs that touch me the way Pac music did.
Right. Jay-Z, one of my favorite artists of all time, obviously. Like, probably most of us. But I don't think him and Cole, like, I don't think it's really comparable like that. Like Cole, his subject matter is a lot different from Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z don't have them records that Cole got. Jay-Z is mainstream as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But he does have them
He dropped them nuggets.
he got
bro.
hood cuts. He got hood.
He got
when he talking
classics.
about the hood shit.
He got classics.
He definitely got classics for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z
I don't know
Super
how
Saiyan.
many classics Cole got. Like he just got bars out his ass. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean,
classic
that's a fair argument. That's a fair argument. I would say that if we look at like greatest hip hop albums of all time, I think that Good Kid, Mad City ranks higher than Forest Hills Drive.
Oh yeah, Good Kid, Mad City is.
Like that's what I was saying.
But we saying like a. He tried to say it on the low end of the breath. Like no, I'm saying
Wait,
no.
what'd he say?
That's what I said.
Oh, is it what you said?
Nah, I'm just saying like
No,
the reason why
earlier
he said the
we was
reason why
talking about,
Tupac
like,
is
which
better.
al-
I mean,
like-
all right, go ahead.
Like no, he has no album better than Good Kid, Mad City. That's what I was talking. But you agree with me?
100%. I will give you that. But there's just nothing else. There's just nothing. And the thing is that be that what it may for what it was when it came out and what it is for the culture and hip hop, and that I still don't be listening to it like that. I would rather listen to Forest Hills Drive.
Oh, I still listen to Good Kid, Mad City.
I do not listen to Good Kid, Mad City no more.
Nah.
And I tried to too. I went back to it the other day. And he just wasn't doing it.
Pac is a hip hop poet. Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah, Pac was definitely a poet.
Pac can make people who don't even listen to hip hop like get emotional once they hear the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Pac, he just speak to you. You know what I'm saying? He speaks to just like real shit. You know what I mean? So he ain't gotta give you all them punchlines like you were saying.
It's like when it
Tell it how it is.
like I still get that feeling every time I hear Dear Mama. Like when you hear Dear Mama, I'm like, yo, I still get that feeling. Like I still get it, the feeling like when it first came out.
Man.
Yeah, I was in the gym and I stopped lifting weights when I heard Dear Mama. You know what I mean? Like
Think
nothing
about my
gives.
mama, man.
Yeah,
Shout
and
out to
then,
Dorothy, man.
hey man, shout out to all the mamas in the world, man.
Yeah, shout out to all the mamas, man.
Hey my man John Thomas was on here saying J.Cole is built different. The new single On the Street is fire. Yeah. What'd you say?
J. Cole?
Yeah. J. Cole brand new single. I haven't heard it
What's the
personally.
name
Have you
of
heard J. Cole new single?
J. Cole got no
Nah, I haven't heard it.
On the Street.
On the street.
Nah,
J.
put
Cole
that shit
cold,
on.
man. I fucks with J. Cole. Nah, don't do that. No, do not do that. We worked too hard to get this show turned off.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Hey, so you know why I always say you can speak things into existence?
Yeah.
See.
You spoke the struggle bus into existence.
Hey, what happened?
So, Nay, the reason why Nay isn't being seen on Facebook Live is because she don't even have an account underneath there no more. You know how you gotta like add somebody and remove them and add them. You know how they get like that sometimes.
Yeah.
She's not even on the list, and the Facebook page wasn't live, and Chris's page wasn't live. Chris just went live because I just set it on.
Oh, okay.
Well, what about me?
It's not my
Well, we got to add your page now. This is crazy.
So all we had was the Commonwealth pod page.
No, it was just like mine was live. Something else. YouTube was live and Twitch was live. It's everything that was
guys know
that we
what's
were
really
testing
funny?
with last night.
When
That's
I
what
was
was
in
live.
school, I used to get picked last too.
Oh my God.
You look like you used to get picked last for sure.
That was a great opportunity for a soundbite.
It's cool though. It's cool. It's cool. Hey, we working through it. Listen, it's been a minute since we had the whole squad back together, so we getting everything back together again, man. So it's like the you getting back into the gym again, man. We getting our endurance back up again. So
I'm really happy to be back.
I'm happy to be back. So speaking of everything, we got Anime Day, hip hop artist. We also happen to have our own Marvel fanatic in the house who can kind of tell us, what's going on in the Marvel world.
Oh my God.
What's that?
That was so unnecessary. I am okay. Listen, first, I am not some Marvel historian or expert.
Come on,
I am
now.
just
Come
on now.
Come on now. I would say okay.
obviously I'm more involved in it than a casual person.
So you're more than casual.
Yes, more than casual, but that does not make me an expert.
Let's not say it.
I just want to quell people's expectations.
All right.
You know what I mean? A lot of my friends are in the comics as well, and they know vastly more than what I do. And I just have my own personal takes on what's going on. What's up?
No, we know you not like at the that guy, but you probably know more than most.
In our world.
Oh no, I don't. I'm telling you, I don't think I do know more than most.
I think you do. You've
Most
definitely.
is like most are like ignorant as fuck.
Yes.
Right. So yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that would say that you know more.
I know more than most.
Yeah, you know more than most.
No, but in
in this circle, 100%, I probably am very more extensively involved in it than you guys. So yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm proud of my Marvel fandom. You know what I'm saying?
When did you get into comics?
When?
How old were you?
Oh, I was a kid. I was probably like 11, 12. And
what drew you to comics?
So, I mean, they always look cool, but I never had anything to do with them. And then a neighbor that lived on the opposite street of my grandmother's street was actually just saw me walking by and said, "Hey, kid, do you want some comics? I'll sell them all to you for $30." And I don't know what he did with that $30. He didn't seem like a crackhead, so I don't know. I don't think that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think he was like looking out in my mind. He was looking out like, yo, a young black kid. I'm a gift these to him. He won't even know what I've given him. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's kind of how it went. He gave me like a box of 300 comics. And that's what started my collection. And then I started purchasing too. It was actually the first time I ever got caught shoplifting as well. Say what?
So was it like storylines?
Oh, you mean from the comics? I mean, well, I mean, it's everything to appreciate about comics. It's the art, it's the story. You know, I was really into X-Men, and that was because X-Men was really big on social issues when it came to like racism and things of that nature. So I related. Plus, Wolverine is a short superhero, and He's super powerful, and
him
I'm
and
short.
Wolverine, boy, he thought he was Wolverine for sure.
I definitely thought I was. I thought I was a few people when I was growing up, man. It's not funny, but no.
So when the movies came out, was it frustrating reading the comics?
That's a good question.
You mean having read the comics?
Yeah.
And then seeing the movies? No, it's like a privilege. Yeah, not at all. It's like a privilege, right? So think about it like this. So you go through life with this idea in your mind of what something could be, but you never see it, right? It's kind of the same thing with my Transformer collection. My Transformer collection is the same thing. There are things that I grew up with this in my mind, and this is what it should be. Yeah. But we're limited by technology and all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Right, tracking.
So to see it when it's actually a thing, like these masterpiece third-party Transformers, or like these statues, or the MCU. These are all the things that we all in our minds knew could be a thing. It just, we didn't have the means to do it. And so now it's a privilege for me, in my mind, for anybody really, to go and be able to like sit and enjoy this at this level, because it was not possible when we were growing up. You would never see a Civil War. You would never see an Endgame.
See it that way. Yeah.
So
that's
to
really
bring
cool. I love that.
Yeah. And thanks for asking, because like it's kind of important, right? So for someone like me who watches the casual fans jump on and bandwagon the cancel train for woke culture, or whatever you want to call it, it's kind of disappointing. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Casual people don't understand it. Yo, Endgame was 10 years in the making. Endgame, how many movies? 20-something movies?
Yeah, it was a lot of movies. We just started.
It took a while for Endgame to be what it was. So stop expecting Endgame level stuff after.
Right.
You know what I mean? We not there.
Right.
We like 4 phases away from it.
But do you think that Endgame is like, we gotta, like you said, like I think it's more people like you that have to be. Yeah, we need more people that, bruh. I know, right? Bruh, right?
I'm a really open-minded person, so I ask a lot of questions, and I get annoying to like a lot of people. But the people that bug me the most are the ones that are like Ninja Turtles. Do you remember Ninja Turtles?
No, what's that?
Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What is that? I never heard of that in my life.
Hey, girl that had the bed sheets.
Everyone knows who Ninja Turtles is. That's like asking a black person, do you know who Obama is?
Mira. Lo que estoy diciendo es que. So what I'm saying is, so when I think about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, I can't even grasp like the new Ninja Turtles. Like, I don't look at it that way, but I'm stuck on the old Ninja Turtles.
That's sad.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
It is, and that's why I'm asking. So that's why
it's not that way for comics for me.
So when I was asking you those questions, like, it kind of, like, I'm a really open-minded person, so I like to ask questions. So when the way that you just put it, like, that's really amazing to me. I love people telling me like how they see their way that way, and like other people would agree with me and be like, yeah, it's so stupid now. Like, I didn't like the Ninja Turtles, but I love like listening to people
don't like change
there, and like, yeah.
Y'all see the chat? Y'all see the chat?
Yeah, we watching it.
Joe Thomas said they should have stopped after Endgame. It was a cinematic.
I seen
but sure, yeah.
we hitting that subject right now though. Like, it's changed. Like, the Endgame was 10 years in the making. As a casual watcher, I'm in that phase. But as I was talking, that's why I say me and you speaking. That's where I try to understand the cinematic universe more. Like, okay, this is what's going on. We got to build it up again. We got spoiled by Endgame that we got to start over again.
People act like Endgame was the first MCU movie. Like, there wasn't these great movies we celebrated in comic bookdom before Endgame.
Like they forgot about
Endgame
Iron
was the
Man
coming of
3.
Jesus or something. You know what I mean? Like
Like, they
what
forgot
it
about
was
Iron-
it was
They forgot about Iron Man 2. Like,
and
goddamn.
Iron Man 1.
Age of
You know what I'm saying? Iron
Ultron.
Man 2 wasn't that good.
Age
right?
of
Iron Man 2
Ultron
like
was
one of
big.
the worst.
Civil War.
Civil War.
Not Far From Home. What was the first one? Homecoming.
Homecoming.
Bruh. Stop acting like this. Like the Thor, not Thor Love and Thunder. What was the other one?
Talking about when him and
Dark.
Ragnarok.
Yeah,
That was
pretty much
amazing.
it was.
Why are people like this?
I'm
Like,
talking about
like
the
yo.
ones that weren't good.
I mean, there were ones that weren't good across the board. There's always going to be some that.
Exactly.
And here's the thing.
Wait a minute.
Let me clarify this.
Wait.
Let me clean this up a little bit.
Go ahead.
Yo, there are none that are not good. They're all good.
They're all good.
They're all good.
Exactly.
They're just not all great.
There are no Wonder Woman 1984s in the MCU.
There ain't.
It's no Wonder
Come
Woman.
on, man.
There ain't.
Bro, what?
They ain't never got a dud like
That
that.
wasn't awful. That wasn't awful.
19
Stop the cap.
Ant-Man was not good.
Stop
Wow.
the cap.
Ant-Man was
Stop
good
the
for what
cap.
it's worth.
Ant-Man was good.
Ant-Man was good for what it's worth.
Yeah, I mean,
It served a purpose. I
Yeah.
wouldn't go as far
Why
and say
we
it's
don't have
in-game
that, though?
material, but what movie is? Avatar is not in-game material.
Exactly.
Why
It's
is
a whole
everybody hating on
different thing.
I don't know why
Can
people
we
use
get
in-game as the
somebody in
litmus
the
test.
chat?
First of all, let's keep it 100. Which movie is better, The Dark Knight or Endgame? I'll wait. Let me get that Jeopardy. Yeah.
Dark Knight.
you talking about the one with
Heath
with the
Ledger's
Heath Ledger?
Joker.
Heath Ledger's Joker?
Heath Ledger's Joker.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, name what? Name an MCU movie better than that?
Yeah. I tell you, there's only one MCU movie that is even close to it, in my opinion.
You gonna say Civil War?
No.
Civil War.
No. Falcon
No.
and the Winter Soldier.
Stop the
Closest
cap.
one to it.
That was a good one.
That movie was incredible.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
No, I said no. I said Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Oh.
Stop the cap.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I was like, what?
No, Winter Soldier.
Okay, yeah. That was a good movie.
That was an amazing movie.
That was but
Superseded your expectations
wasn't
for what a
Dark
comic book
Knight.
movie could ever do. That's what Dark Knight did, and Endgame did that too. But Dark Knight is a better movie.
okay.
Hey, but none of them can fuck with Blank Man. I gotta keep it real with you. Blank Man, the best comic book movie. Well, it wasn't even a comic movie, but superhero movie.
All right, we got so
Blank Man.
Hey,
Like,
hit me up in the chat. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what.
No, they
y'all know
don't.
what Blank Man.
Because people who
Y'all
watch
know what Blank Man
podcasts
is, man.
and stuff like this, they don't know who Blank Man is.
Nate, you know who
They
Blank
know-
Man is?
They know exactly who Blank Man is.
Who know
Nate,
who
you know
Blank
who
is?
Blank
Joe
Man
Thomas.
is?
John Thomas about to let y'all know.
They don't know who Blank Man
5,
is.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let them know.
My man said Blank
I
Man
love
was
when
amazing.
Chris- I love when Chris and G argue. It's like my
Exactly.
favorite.
It wasn't better than Dark Knight, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's all good. It was.
Their
It
little
was
family
almost-
drama.
It was 99% perfect movie. You know what I'm saying?
that's probably one of the most perfect movies ever.
It really was. It really was.
When it comes to superhero movies.
It really was.
What?
Just the last part. Kind of.
Robert Townsend. No, that's Meteor Man.
Bro, I'm
Blank
talking
Man was
about
Damon-
Dark Knight.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Damon,
I
Bro, I'm
agree.
talking about Dark Knight.
Yes.
Come on.
No.
Wait,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
I thought
Really?
you was talking about what Chris was saying.
No.
This insane claim. Why are we even spending time on this?
This is Chris,
Oh
bro.
man, somebody said the Crow came close.
Whoa,
Whoa.
this guy watches. Hey, man.
The Crow. The Crow was a hard movie.
Bruce Lee's son died doing that.
Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee. Rest
Rest
in
in
peace,
peace.
Brandon Lee. Yeah, he took it back to the 90s.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, though,
Blank
like,
Man was
wow.
90s.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that,
Blank
well, you
Man
know,
was-
Crow.
Blank Man was 90s, right?
Yeah, it was 90s.
Exactly.
Yeah, what are we
it
talking
was,
about
it
here?
was.
Blake Man had the golden.
It's okay. Steve went outside.
Hey, was Brandon Lee the same guy on Queen of the Damned?
Mm-mm.
I think so.
Wait,
No.
Who was on Queen of the Damned?
he couldn't have
I
been.
thought
No,
Brandon Lee
he'd have
died
been
in the
dead.
Crow.
He
Yeah.
died in the Crow. He didn't. Yeah, he died.
There is
Yeah.
somebody in that movie though.
Aaliyah.
Yeah, someone else. Obviously,
Aaliyah's the
Aaliyah.
main. Well, she's not even the main, but
Who played Lestat?
Bro, I don't even
The
know.
vampire Lestat. Have you watched this new series on AMC?
I didn't.
There's a new series.
Oh, I missed that one.
Lestat. I don't know what it's called. What is it
Yeah.
called? Interview with a Vampire. I think it's called
Yeah.
that.
Interview with the Vampire.
Something
I haven't
like that.
watched it. I heard some ladies at the grocery store talking about it. I haven't checked it out.
This
So-
reminds me of old
Bruh.
times, how we go down a rabbit hole,
You're right.
and
You're
we were
right.
on MCU.
You're right.
Wow.
Post
Right.
Endgame MCU.
Let me get my MCU take off.
Yeah, we went.
Let
We
me-
were
let me
supposed to
just-
be talking about the
She
post
started it with Ninja Turtles.
Endgame MCU is where we're at.
Okay,
It's been a lot of complaints.
Phase 4. There's
Phase 4.
nothing out. We're talking about Phase 4. First of all, we started Phase 4 with a non-Phase 4 movie,
Okay.
so it doesn't count.
Okay.
Okay, Black Widow.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone wants to be all like it was the woke rush and all this stuff. Like, no, that was a matter of timing. We had a whole pandemic. It wasn't happening. The movies that have come post Endgame are wrapping up storylines. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much they can do, and they're also introducing new characters that are going to be relevant moving forward. Right? Because I mean, like, if you guys think Endgame was crazy, when you guys see Secret Wars, your brain's going to come out of your ears. It's that crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, these are the reasons why people are complaining. They're complaining about She-Hulk.
The Secret Wars.
Okay. They're complaining about Doctor Strange. Okay. Doctor Strange was fine except for its Sam Raimi stuff. Everything that was Sam Raimi about that movie is what I cringed about.
Hey, I actually like Doctor Strange.
I wasn't a fan of that movie at all. But
I liked it.
I'm talking about Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness.
It was not really a good, well-written movie.
I liked it.
It was. I mean, the intent was there, but yo, man, I mean, like the way they introduced
They could have did
America,
so much
it was just, yeah, it felt like it was Frankenstein of what it could have been. Did you know what it was supposed to be?
What was it supposed to be?
Do you know, Chris?
so much more. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was supposed to be a
Oh,
horror
oh.
movie. The
Yeah.
guy who made The Conjuring is the person who directed the first one.
Yeah. They fucked
it was
up.
definitely hard.
Oh, he lost his mouse. That's what
Yeah,
that
he
was.
lost the mouse.
It's his first day on the job. He's good.
We
But
good.
yeah. What are we talking about?
We talking about how the
Doctor
Last
Strange?
was supposed to be a horror movie.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a horror movie.
The
From
guy
the guy who made The Conjuring. It would have been the MCU's first horror movie.
Disney wasn't gonna let that
I
happen.
thought it
Man,
was,
they could've,
I thought
though.
Sam Raimi was
Disney's
supposed to
not.
make a horror movie.
I mean, Sam Raimi be making like weird movies, not horror movies.
You not so.
And then they talking about bringing him back for the third one.
Well, it's kind of like people who watch. Listen, we stand on point. We're not going to deviate when I say this, okay, guys? We're staying on point. All right, we're staying on point. This is kind of like, look, listen, I'm gonna keep us on point. Listen, this is kind of like how, like Game of Thrones, how people who read the book, then they see the show and they're kind of like not happy with the show. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what's gonna happen. Like when Game of Thrones was on, people was like, "Yo, it's so much more happening."
How's that like people being upset about the MCU?
Let me go and let me finish it.
Bruh.
Let me land.
Let me land, bro.
I'm waiting.
Damn. Like how y'all seen Secret Wars, you know, the comics and stuff. Most of us don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what's in store. All we know, we saw Thanos died and we like, yo, what's next?
That's not what people upset about. People upset about the things that are happening, like Lady Thor, She-Hulk,
Yeah, they don't
Miss
like the women
Marvel.
stuff, man.
That's what people are upset about. They want to see.
It's crazy to me, man.
I mean, me too.
Go ahead, my bad, man.
No.
Go ahead.
No,
Go.
I mean, why is it crazy? Tell me why it's crazy.
Because, man, it's like all we see is men on TV. All we see for hundreds of years, at least 100. My bad, 100 years. It's men on TV, and we get a couple years of some women getting some shine, and people like us tripping out about the shit. It's just crazy to me, man. Like that, they making such a big deal about it.
Yeah,
We got
that's
so
kinda-
many MCU heroes that are men, and they highlighting a couple movies, like maybe five out of what, like 15 or so movies that they made have women leads now, and is now
What's wrong with that?
women. Exactly.
But-
You know what I mean? That's my problem with people. What is wrong with that? Yo, She-Hulk was hilarious. And Wanda was amazing. Wanda pretty much made the movie.
The reason I didn't like She-Hulk because it was kind of boring to me, but like I agree with Chris. Like a lot of people like have a problem with like female roles, so they don't even look at them. Like what was that one Captain, the female
Marvel.
version?
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. I didn't like that personally, but that's explaining the storyline of her side. So I think this is all happening because they're explaining everybody's storyline. They're explaining Ant-Man's. They're explaining Captain America. Like everybody, Iron Man. Everybody's individually, right? So we all have our favorites, but that's how I see it. They're just explaining everybody's storylines.
They're expanding it.
So-
They're expanding the storylines,
Yeah,
and they're
right.
expanding the audience by including women and girls, which is amazing, which is
And
a great
then
thing.
People nowadays are stupid and just like kind of nitpicking and being like, oh, it's because it's a woman. Like, no, they're just explaining everybody's storyline. It's not even about being a woman or a man.
Some people don't want to
That's
see
what
that
they're
though.
doing. They're just
You know,
people
and
don't
I
wanna
think
see that.
it's kind of, we're in this situation. It's kind of like, it's funny. The same thing that's happening in the movies right now is what happened in the comic books, because all of these characters that we're talking about, you know, Carol Danvers becoming Captain Marvel, Riri Williams becoming Ironheart and taking up the mantle of Iron Man temporarily, Black Hispanic Miles Morales becoming Spider-Man, Lady Thor, all of these things in comics, yo, that was like a time. Like Sam Wilson becoming Captain America, that was a whole, like, that was a point in time in comics where that was all happening, and they were shaking so much stuff up, and comic book fans went crazy. They were upset. They did not like Miles. They didn't like Kamala Khan. They didn't like Carol Danvers. They didn't like any of these all new Marvel characters. I mean, maybe they might like Sam Alexander, but I mean, like, the point is that it was happening in comics, and now it's happening in the movies, because it's the exact same situation. You got fans that are fans of this, right? And now you're coming in and you're changing what they've known all this time, and it challenges, for them, their truth, which is nuts to me.
And what they would say is
right
like,
now.
oh, it's plenty of black characters, like, do a story on them. But it's like, okay,
Well, there really
most
isn't.
of the black characters, right? That's what I'm saying. But even the ones that they're like C level, D level characters, like weird powers. Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, we know how comic books were written back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We know why. You know what I'm saying? Certain characters were written, how they were written. You know what I mean? And it wasn't because we wanted to like build up how black people were seen and stuff like that. So it's like, come on, man, let's stop all of that. Like, let's just build on what we got. Let's just appreciate who people are making the characters out to be. And how I feel is like, if you feel that way, why don't you write a movie? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go?
Okay,
You know what I'm
now we
saying?
get into the same
Yeah,
territory.
Ooh.
writer,
Yo,
you know what I mean?
yo.
You become a producer.
Yo,
you know what I'm
Steve
saying?
be
You
on
make
that.
your shit.
Steve be on the same thing.
I've been over here casually listening.
I do not like this idea that you cannot have an opinion about some stuff
Bro.
if you ain't an expert
How
on
you
it.
get the
That's not
crosshairs
fair.
put on me,
I'm not
bro? I
saying-
was
no, I'm not saying.
Thank
I'm not
you,
saying you
okay.
can't, I'm not saying you can't have an opinion. What I'm saying is, okay, if you feel that strongly about it, write your own shit.
Why?
Write a
Right.
movie.
Why can't I just feel a way about some stuff? Every time I feel a way about some stuff doesn't automatically mean I need to go change the world. I feel a way.
No, I'm not.
So somebody said you can't make a society that has a voice at all time happy with everything because all the opinions are thrown in immediately and everyone sees it and can be influenced.
Exactly.
Well, but that's part of the problem
Exactly.
is that people are being influenced by the opinions of other people.
But you know what I like about Marvel? They don't give a fuck.
They really
They
don't.
still are gonna
Hey,
do
they
all
don't,
They
though.
really
storylines.
don't.
They
They're
don't.
gonna do
They
what
really
they're-
they'll
they
double
have-
down
they're
on your
a
ass.
mission. They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yo,
you like it or
I
not,
hope
fine.
I hope Matt Murdock goes to jail in the new Daredevil movie and the Elektra becomes the new Daredevil. Nothing would make me happier.
So, but here we go.
Just to hear all of these incels just squealing and throwing up at anger at their frustration and having their rage fits.
So for me, right, I'm just a casual watcher. I represent, I don't know, maybe a third of the people in the world that don't know the comic backgrounds. I'm just watching the movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching as it go. I learned about the MCU through the movies. I learned about everything.
I mean, I learned about Lord of Rings from the movies. And there are people.
And then I read books on it, and I was like, ooh.
Well, I didn't read the books.
Like, I'm
And
just
it's
saying.
fine.
Some of them.
You don't have to read the books to, if you don't want to. That's why they made the movie.
Right, but I think
Right.
we got to figure out where, it's just where it's going next. I think people want, okay, who's going to be the next Thanos? Like, what are we building?
Why
up
do we
to?
have to have a next Thanos? Why is it
We all gotta
Thanos?
have a villain.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he
There's
didn't
a big
actually
bad,
die,
but yo,
right?
Thanos is not the end all be all of villains. You know what I mean? Like, he never was. He was just the guy who had the Infinity Gauntlet.
I feel like we're in okay,
He
we're
thought he
staying
was
we're
doing
staying
right.
on course. I feel like we're in the whole lapse. We're in the first episode of oh man, well, I'm having a brain fart right now. WandaVision. Remember when WandaVision
It
first
was
came
amazing.
on? Right,
Amazing
but we
show.
had no clue what was going on in the beginning. The first episode was kind of like,
God, I loved WandaVision.
what is this?
You know what?
Sorry.
I think that's
weird.
part of the challenge of me trying to understand like a filthy casual and their opinion.
Yeah.
Because I didn't read oh no, I did. I definitely read that. What was that?
Somebody said Galacticus is the next Thanos?
Actually he's not.
Kang is.
Nah, I don't think he's
My boy
Kang is the
Jonathan
next big
Majors.
bad. Kang
Okay.
is your next Thanos.
Okay.
Okay? But after Thanos is supposed to be like way more galactic. Even though we're like so galactic right now.
Nihilus. It's supposed to be a nihilus, I think.
I've heard of Annihilus. I've heard Annihilus is gonna be the big bad. But I mean, obviously, we're not gonna have a Fantastic Four anything without a Silver Surfer and a Galactus. They're gonna come. And the cool thing is that for everybody that hated on the Eternals, they did exactly what they should do by showing that massive size difference between a Celestial
Yeah.
and just people and that sense of scale and broadness. They did that perfectly. I am looking forward to seeing what they do with Galactus.
For real.
It's a good setup. Like I did. People hated on the Eternals though. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah. I mean,
People
because
hate on everything. Man.
exactly, it's a whole lot of like crowdfunding reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like people want something to be upset about. Like She-Hulk may have been boring to some people, but it literally was a legal drama. It was a comedy. It was supposed to be a comedy.
It's like Marvel created this thing.
It's very
right?
meta too.
Yeah, like Marvel created this thing that we've never seen before. Me and you were discussing this. Like we've never seen nothing continuous
No.
like this before.
No.
So
This is an exciting time to be alive.
we're in WandaVision. So let me go back to my point. We're in WandaVision, right? Like I feel like in the MCU, we're in episode 1 of WandaVision.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out. Like what is happening?
Yeah, and it's hard, right? Because I understand this position that you were in with no clue of what the fuck you were getting into. You know what I'm saying? Like you had no clue.
I watched it 3 times.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You talking about the first episode, or you talking about WandaVision?
The whole thing.
Yeah,
Not
WandaVision was
the whole thing. I had to watch it 3
I haven't
times,
watched it again.
and each time like
That shit was mid to me. I ain't-
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Fool this man. I'm not a big fan of WandaVision, but it's all good.
Loki top tier. Someone said WandaVision and Loki. Loki is definitely top tier.
Loki was the best one.
Yo, Loki was the worst one to
need
me.
to watch that.
What?
I would rather watch.
Man. Boo that man.
Boo him right now.
I would rather watch
But
Miss Marvel all over again than watch Loki again.
Bruh.
You crazy.
Hands down. Yo, smoke monster, alligator variant, kid variant,
Come on, that
old
was
man
funny.
variant wearing classic costume, time
It's giving you,
TBA
like,
and
what's
rods that zap people. No.
It's showing you.
What?
It's showing you
Bro,
what's
what are you
happening.
talking about,
I
man?
know. I get it. I just didn't enjoy it. It wasn't that good. I fell
Listen.
asleep on that.
We all know the worst miniseries was Hawkeye. Okay, that shit was
Negative.
No, it wasn't.
It was
Hawkeye
Loki.
was
Cap.
boring.
What?
Stop the
Bro, what are
cap.
you talking
Hawkeye,
about, man?
I enjoyed it. I love watching Florence Pugh. What are you talking about?
That was nothing
I-
fucking
I didn't
enjoyable about
like
And
Hawkeye.
they did,
Haley Steinfeld.
What's up,
I
Chris?
didn't like how they did. What's his name? Fucking Kingpin. Like he would have killed that girl. He would have killed her. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying? But they
Chris,
like made him
Chris,
like a nice guy.
I don't want to ruin it for you,
Like,
but she didn't kill him.
no, I
Bruh.
said he would have killed her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you don't know what
you know what I
happened.
mean?
The lights went out.
You talking about a Kingpin?
Yes, when
Oh,
she
Kingpin?
pulled the trigger, the light goes out before
No,
the.
no. I'm talking about the Hawkeye. The new Hawk, the chick, the little girl. You know
Oh, I
what
thought
I'm
you were talking about
saying?
Echo, because
Fighting.
Echo is the one that
Yeah, he was
that shot her.
No, not Echo. When he was fighting,
Okay.
what's her name? The girl that's supposed to be the next Hawkeye. Like he was just like holding back, like
Why I can't remember her name
I
right
don't
now.
want to hurt you, little girl, and shit like that. Like he would have never done that. Man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely
Like, he
not
would've
Kitty
been on
Pryde.
her at- You said
What
what?
is the new Hawkeye's name?
Bro,
I
we
forgot
got
her
all this
name.
technology.
I forgot.
Hawkeye was trash, but Miss Marvel was worse. Man, I had to disagree. Miss Marvel was good. Like I thought Miss Marvel was good.
I fell asleep
Stop
on
the
it.
cap.
It was very lore heavy, like unnecessarily lore heavy. I'm like, yo, I felt like You ever go to a family member's house that you've never stayed with before?
Yeah.
Okay, and you get into their house and you're a guest in their house, right? And they let you stay, and you're there, and you're like enjoying everything because it's all new and it's so exciting. And then all of a sudden, oh my God, you're gonna clip this. And then all of a sudden, you're there for like 2 weeks, and you're like, "Yo, I'm ready to get back to McDonald's. Can we go or what?" You know what I mean? That's what happened in Miss Marvel. Like, it was exciting. It was new. We got to go to the wedding. We got to see all these things that we normally would have never. But then it got like way too much. I'm like, damn, the parts that we're talking about, the whole political thing between y'all and India. Really? We doing all of this in season 1? It was a lot. It was a lot.
I happen to enjoy it, but anyhow, you know, I liked it as a
What's on
casual.
this chat? Y'all see the chat?
Yeah,
Y'all see
yeah.
the
My
chat?
man said the new Ant-Man was fire though.
See?
What
See?
you think about the new Ant-Man?
I enjoyed it for what it was, but let me tell you what's killing the MCU right now.
What's killing this?
If they would stick with their first gut and stop pulling audibles, it'd be perfect, right? So here's the thing. So Ant-Man 3 was supposed to be Ant-Man Ant-Man, the Wasp, and Stature, right? Because that's their daughter,
Right.
right? So Ant-Man was supposed to die. Kang was supposed to kill him, or lock both of them into the in the what is it called? The quantum realm. Yeah.
Quantum.
Yeah, the quantum realm. They were supposed to be stuck there, like to die. That would have been great.
Marvel not gonna do that.
They could have.
Disney's not.
They could have.
What they said?
You can't say that. You can't say that. They did Infinity War. Disney did Infinity War. They killed half a fucking cast. You not finna be like, yo, they not about that life. Huh?
Well, gee, they said they didn't do. They did a test. They did a test show, right? And they said that
What audiences?
They didn't lock. Yeah, they said they didn't lock him into the quantum realm because it was too much like the other one where he got trapped in the quantum realm before, and it was just like, oh.
I mean, that would be kind of like,
so,
damn, bro, you back in here again?
My man Byron was like, "Oh boy, work for Marvel or something." Hey, talk about you. He said, "My boy Byron said you work for Marvel or something."
I did work for Disney. Kind
He's
of.
got that always like, what you not gonna do is come for them like they not about that life. I was like, okay.
But it's true though. Oh my God.
I don't think the people ready to see Ant-Man just get stuck like that.
Yo, man, I was ready. They could have killed him off.
They ain't gonna do that.
What are they saving Paul? What is his name? Paul Rudd. What are they saving Paul Rudd for? Paul Rudd.
He's funny,
does he have to be in Secret Wars?
He's all right.
Like, is Secret Wars not gonna happen if we don't have Ant-Man? And I mean, like, based the way they marketed the movie too, you would think that, yo, Scott finna die.
He's gonna die. Yeah, they did.
I'm going to see Scott die.
He should have died. I think he should have died for sure.
Yeah.
Not get locked in the quantum realm, but I think he should have got killed for sure. I think that would have been a good death for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, move on to Stature, like his daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think I think that what the problem is that they're getting gun shy because they were like introducing a lot of the young Avengers. So like we started getting Stature, we got the new Hawkeye, Patriot was introduced in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Wanda's kids. Yeah.
Black Panther. Oh, don't hate on my little boy, my little man. You know
Who? Toussaint?
Yeah.
Toussaint.
How they gonna do that?
I don't think it's I don't think it's the same guy. I don't think Toussaint is Toussaint. Toussaint.
That's gonna be the next Black Panther. I don't know.
So the boy, the guy in the comics. You're talking about the guy in the comics, right? The younger.
No, from the movie.
Right. So listen, his name is really close to a new character they introduced in the comics that people are speculating is going to be the next Black Panther. It's like a tribe in Wakanda. A tribe in shut up. There's a tribe in Wakanda that they use vibranium and give themselves like these tribal tattoos, and because it's vibranium and the way they do it, it glows. So it's like this like crazy like I haven't read it. I don't know that much. I don't know that much. Stop it. I don't know that much about it because I haven't read it. But his name is really close, and so there was a lot of speculation that they were going to introduce it to, and they ended up calling him a different name that was close to the name. So we don't know if he's going to be the next Black Panther. We don't know if he's going to get aged up. We don't know if they're going to pull a variant out of Secret Wars, which I personally think would be the best call. Is to wait till Secret Wars.
Okay. So for me, right, y'all know, okay, Chris, first off, I didn't even know your Marvel game was that strong.
Oh yeah,
like
Chris hit with it.
Yeah, I'm over here like,
but look,
I'm the dumb guy.
Surfer movie for me to get hip, bro. Like,
Byron said, "Oi, boy works for Marvel or something."
Man, that was like 8 comments ago.
Yeah, I feel like this though. So
What?
can y'all
relevant
enlighten
now.
me? Can y'all like enlighten Steve? Okay, Steve into the Marvel MCU. First off, man, like when we go get X-Men, bruh, like okay,
They coming.
Like
They
26.
and it's gonna start over
Nah,
again.
they coming.
No, I'm gonna tell you. You really want to know?
Bro, I want to know.
You want to know?
First off, what is Secret Wars? Before I go, I keep hearing about that.
Okay, so there have been like 3 different Secret Wars. Okay, the Secret Wars that this one is based on, I think the writer's name was Jonathan Hickman. I think this is his run. Essentially, what happens in Secret Wars is that you know how they're talking about like in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, how there's all these events that are causing these worlds to collide, right? And then that happened initially in Spider-Man No Way Home, right? So all of these worlds colliding is gonna open up these universes.
Incursions.
The incursions, yes, that's what it is. And because of these incursions, like worlds are gonna start disappearing, right? Yeah. So you're gonna see every Marvel superhero that you've ever seen on the big screen culminated. It's gonna be like Endgame times 10.
Battle World,
yes,
baby.
It's all and so basically in the storyline, Doctor Doom saves the world by taking remnants of all these worlds that were like written through incursions and putting them together. And so now you got all these variants living in one place. And at the end of the whole event, it resets and there's a new world. And so the world goes back to what it is. And now you're stuck with some of these variants that actually stayed in the proper Marvel universe. And that's how Miles Morales stayed in this universe. He was another universe's. So it was called Ultimate. It was called
what?
It was like Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Captain America, Ultimate Avengers, Ultimate Fantastic Four. It was a different line in Marvel that they restarted after an event. And then they like destroyed it and just saved Miles.
Bro, this is deep. I just want X-Men.
It's nuts. You should read them.
Hey, look. I'm telling you, Steve, it was the Fantastic Four Silver Surfer movie that really took me down a rabbit hole. Like I went on Marvel.com and started reading up on the Silver Surfer. Clicked on one character, read up on them, clicked on another character. I just started clicking. I'm like, damn, this shit was hella interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't really in the comics like that. Garland put me on a little bit when I was younger, but it was really that like got me into this shit. You know what I'm saying?
So
and
check this though.
It's just so much going on. It's hella stories. You know what I'm saying? It's just hella characters and storylines. It's dope. You know?
So my man Byron say, bet money Robert Downey and Chris Evans come back for Secret Wars.
I think everybody's coming back for Secret Wars. Who's gonna say no to that? Think about it. You're an actor, okay? You're Patrick Stewart. Yo, you old. You not really trying to play this Professor X character again, right? You not really trying to do that. What? We talking about 2025 is when Secret Wars Part 1 is coming out?
Robert Downey Jr. is supposed to be coming back for something coming up.
They said that he was supposed to be coming back for Ironheart, that he was going to come back as an AI. That was just a rumor. It didn't happen. And then I saw that they were going to like age him down for something else.
Something on Disney Plus, I think he coming back for.
That was Ironheart.
And I think he might be also coming back for the next damn.
Armor
Doctor
Wars.
Strange, I think.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Armor Wars.
All right.
He coming back for Doctor Strange.
So we can use the word mutant now. I remember mutant was a bad word. Now you can use mutant now in the movies, right?
I want to say it was a bad word, but they couldn't use it legally.
Right,
but now they can.
Yeah. So now they can say mutants. So now we just waiting on the X-Men. I think
you're not waiting on the X-Men. The X-Men already exist. The existence of mutants has already been proven in the MCU. They there.
Yeah,
we just want a movie, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming, but it's got to come after Fantastic Four.
Okay. And why does it explain us why they got to
because Marvel because the thing is that you can technically say that the X-Men franchise has had success with their movies.
Right.
Like them or not, they were successful Hollywood movies in the eyes of Marvel, in the eyes of Fox. Okay? So much so that they didn't kill it off immediately. They still keeping this thing going. Hugh Jackman's still coming back for other movies. You know what I'm saying? There was a level of success to him.
He's going to be in Deadpool.
Yeah.
That hasn't really happened for Fantastic Four yet.
Because that movie was trash.
All of them were.
Yeah.
Every single one.
I just want a Gambit movie. Me too.
I don't know that I want a Gambit movie as much as I want a Gambit Rogue movie.
That was it.
Because, I mean, like, when you get a Gambit movie, it's going to get all into this lore in New Orleans or in Louisiana and the Bayou.
Hey,
And
Garland loved Gambit back in the day, man.
Did I?
He always played with that motherfucker on Street Fighter. What was it? Not Street Fighter. Yeah, the Marvel vs. Capcom.
Gambit?
Capcom.
Nah, I didn't play
Was that
Gambit.
Dan?
Play Wolverine. Wolverine.
Gambit and Magneto.
Wolverine Cable.
Oh.
Who else was it? Wolverine Cable and
Cable used to go crazy with Cable.
yeah, Wolverine Cable and somebody. Oh, Cammy.
So we got to bring it in. So this is, I missed this about the show though, how we go down this rabbit hole. So the whole purpose of this segment was to ask you and Chris, because Chris, I didn't know you undercover, bro. I didn't know this. What are y'all thoughts of the future of the MCU franchise? Like, what are your thoughts? You think it's good? You think it's bad? You think it's going down? Like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I obviously think it's going great.
Okay.
I have no complaints about any of the movies that have come out
What?
except for Loki.
What?
Bro, you gonna stop dissing Loki, bro.
I'm not dissing Loki. I just said I didn't like it.
Loki
Stop
was
the cap.
Disrespecting me.
You say what?
Nah. Stop disrespecting me. Nah, yeah, Loki,
Exactly.
nah, yeah, I feel God, man. I think it's going up, man. It's
Bro, wait till you
it's
see
looking
Secret
good. I'm
Invasion.
excited to see where it goes.
Yo, wait till y'all see Secret
I
Invasion.
just saw the new trailer.
I haven't seen the new trailer.
It's gonna be
There's a new
whole
trailer.
movie? Is it a whole movie?
No, it's a
Oh, it's gonna
it's a
be a
Disney
series?
Disney Plus series.
Okay.
Serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro. It's gonna be nuts.
But you know what? It's like it's unfortunate though. Like, and this is what I kind of do like about the DCU. Like, they kind of stay more true to the comics than MCU, right? So it's like things have changed so dramatically. Like, they could never get it to the exact comics. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I don't think the goal is for them to do that though. You know what I mean? Because we don't want the same thing.
So
You know what I
let-
mean? We
let me
don't
ask
want
you this,
I don't
though.
want what I read again. I want representations of it from another artist.
I think I don't know, Chris. I think
That's fair.
for with the DCU they get more dark with it. And
Oh
we
no,
don't
no,
get-
no. They don't get more dark with it. Zack Snyder gets more dark with it.
yeah,
That-
yeah.
that
What's his
man
name?
is
The dude that
brilliant.
came out with the
Hey, yo, the Joker was
dude
deep
from,
though.
the
The Joker
WWE.
movie.
The WWE
The guy from WWE got
With
the
the-
show.
with Sting,
yeah,
with the
Cena-
what?
Cena.
Sting,
John Cena,
John Cena?
Yeah, John Cena. What's that show he got that was on HBO?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. That shit was funny as hell.
Was
it's
it?
not dark. It's just funny as silly as hell.
What was it good? I think James Gunn is kind of
liked it.
overrated.
It grew on me.
Black
And then
Adam was
even
dark
the
as
damn
hell.
Intro grew on me, man.
I don't think Black
the
Adam
intro
was
looked
dark
good.
as hell. I don't think Black Adam was dark as hell. I mean, I think it was like dark for a family movie. You know what I mean? Like The Dark Knight was darker. The Dark Knight was a dark movie.
It went deep.
That had me question my own morality.
Hey, he said Black Adam murdered everyone.
I mean, but it wasn't really murder. You know what I'm saying? Because they softened him up so much.
I don't
feel
know
like
shit about DC. I don't
The
know
Rock.
about nothing about
I mean,
DC.
all you gotta do is just take these
The
movies
Rock
for what they
was
are
some killer.
and enjoy them for what they are.
I hate that DC don't make the continuing universe like Marvel. They've been in the game way ahead of Marvel. They keep making the same shit
Marvel?
over
It's
and over
really
again.
hard for them to
Marvel's
take
been doing
their
a good job.
say it again.
Marvel's been doing a good job.
I mean, some people vastly disagree with that. I mean, I don't really care about them, but
But Marvel doesn't give a fuck.
no, Disney doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Disney and their championship of social awareness, wokeness, like diversity, inclusion, and equity, that's like one of their like key priorities as a company. And it makes sense from a money standpoint, because how do you get more money? You bring more people in. And the way to bring in more people is to expand your audience. And so who are you going to expand it to? White men who read comics? No. You expand it to everybody else who isn't already in the know. You're trying to reach people.
Exactly.
So
That's
you think
why
that's what
you're
DC is where it's at.
Oh yeah, they're good. No, I think Marvel's good. DC what?
I said you think that's why DC's kind of stuck because they stay true to it and they not opening up.
I don't know that. I'm not familiar enough with DC Comics to say that it's not true. Actually, this is a false statement. I don't know. Did you say that, Chris?
No, I'm just asking. It's just a question.
Who said that DC stayed true to comics more than Marvel does? Did you say that?
I said it was.
I don't think it is.
Bro, what are you
Think about Batman versus Superman and how they introduced the death of Superman in that movie.
Right.
And look at the origin of Doomsday. I mean, they're not staying close to the comics.
I think that
They're taking their liberties just like anybody else does.
as a casual watcher, right? As a casual watcher, as a casual person, I think they fumbled. DC fumbled the beginning of something that could have been like an MCU. It could have captured people, and they fumbled it with that movie.
Yeah, that's because they didn't have me as like one of their head like liaisons or, you know, people they go to for, because I have it. I already, in my mind, I already wrote the DCU's roadmap.
They need a real fan up in there, man.
Yeah, and check this out though. As a casual watcher, I didn't see the Zack Snyder cut at first. I saw it later.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Most
after
of us did.
watching the Zack Snyder cut, I'm like, why the fuck was this not the original movie? And I'm like, because they fumbled.
No, you do know why that wasn't the movie, right?
Wasn't it because it took too long, or?
No, it's not. Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide.
Oh, okay.
And so Zack Snyder had to step away from the project.
And DC was trying to just get it out there.
Well, no, they brought in Josh Whedon, who did Avengers.
And ruined it.
I mean, he just did it like Avengers. And not how Zack Snyder wanted to do it. And to be honest with you, Zack Snyder's cut may not have ever been a thing if that had never happened. You know what I mean? Because he got way more money and way more opportunities to do reshoots and changes. It was almost like a whole new movie was able to get made.
I like the Zack Snyder cut. I like it.
I don't think that they've ever. He's never missed with me. The director's cut.
I like how they did. What's the villain in the DCU?
Doomsday.
God damn it!
Is it Doom?
No,
Dark Side.
Dark Side.
Yeah.
They really did Dark Side.
Yo, they did. Even the other, the little guy with the horns. This is how much I don't know about DC.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, listen, they really, man, Zack Snyder really took me to that world. I really started to be like, I was in this world of gods were a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did that shit.
Yeah. Word.
And Man of Steel was just as good. And the director's cut of Batman versus Superman was just as good.
Okay.
He had something great going. They just, circumstances, they didn't fumble anything. What they didn't do is release the right versions of these movies.
So,
because the theatrical cuts are trash.
All right. I need you to take that passion. We're going to roll on to the next subject. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about a new TV show that has been on Amazon Prime, Swarm. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
I want to watch that.
If you haven't watched it.
You haven't checked it out yet, Nick?
No, I found out that it was on Amazon Prime, and I just haven't come around to subscribe or anything.
So Chris, have you seen it? Did you watch the whole thing?
I saw. We binged it in one night. Me and
I binged it.
You binged it in a night?
Yeah, it's 30-minute episodes, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, so admittedly, every time I watched it, I've been high, and it do not feel like 30 minutes, bro.
Bro, them was 30-minute episodes.
There's no way those are 30-minute episodes.
They're 30-minute episodes.
They never feel like 30-minute episodes.
I literally
Shit went-
watched Swarm 3/4 of the
Look, we got a
series
baby,
before I
though.
came here for the show. I started at like
We
11:30 and
late,
finished
bro.
it.
What'd you say?
Exactly. We be up late, bro. We be, the baby. My wife be breastfeeding. We be up till
Okay,
3 in
that's
the
fair.
morning,
I mean, I'll
so
be up pretty late.
he was up.
I'll be up. I just be high.
Yeah.
I'll be high.
That show, man.
One time he texted me at like 3 in the morning, my time, Mountain Time. And I was
Guaranteed.
like, I was asleep, son.
We on here. We good. We popping.
It had to be a Friday night. I wouldn't hit you otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. So, Chris, what's your thoughts on the show, man? Like, what you think?
Man, I thought it was good, man. I thought it was like, to me, it was like the black version of Dahmer. Minus the eating people. You know what I'm saying? It was like disturbingly good. Like Dahmer was disturbing, but it was good. And this was disturbing and it was good. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was a unique take on like a black female serial killer. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was dope. Or just even a female serial killer. You know what I'm saying? Not even like she was black, but I thought it was dope.
Man, first of all, let's get the record straight.
Yeah.
None of y'all was watching this until I said so.
Bro, you put us on.
Let's keep it a buck.
We took it.
You're not gonna walk in here like you put me on that shit.
No, we not.
I remember when we talked about Dahmer, you were saying, you were saying that, no, I'm not going to watch that.
I'm not gonna watch Dahmer.
Yeah, I
Right.
watched it, man.
But
I'm
I had to
cool.
turn it off at first. The first episode, like when the first 10 minutes, I turned it off. I'm like, man, hell no, I can't watch this.
I mean, like, to be honest, the people that are comparing this to Dahmer, I'm personally, the only reason I'm watching this is because I've never. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I wouldn't watch Dahmer either. I had a hard time watching Yolanda kill Selena. So Hispanic, white, and now black. I'm gonna have a hard time with Swarm.
So Chris, so Chris, us being the only two people who watched. So you watched Dahmer, I watched Dahmer. I don't think Swarm is no comparison to Dahmer. They're not even in the same league. Like they're nowhere close.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like Dahmer was.
She's an obsessed fan.
Yeah, Dahmer was deep. Like show body parts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay,
but
Swarm didn't go that
I
deep.
get what you're saying.
Mentally, right? Mentally, they were not there. Is that what you're saying?
Right, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
she, to
Yeah,
me,
they're
because
obsessed.
after
Okay.
reading about
Okay.
what his what's his name, Donald Glover's, like how he wrote the character. You know what I'm saying? How he was telling her, like she has no motive, like she just something just wrong with her. For me, I looked at her as somebody that had some disabilities. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And
Dahmer was said to have had a disability, possibly as well.
yeah, for sure, exactly.
Okay.
And that's why I draw the
Exactly. Okay,
parallels.
I see it.
That's why
Okay.
I draw the parallels, right?
Okay, I get
Like
it
they
now.
both seem to have some disabilities. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
their
Gotcha.
how they looked at life, how they looked at people, their attachment to people. You know what I'm saying? How they needed that to be around that validation from people, right? And how they clinginess to people. I thought it was a lot of similarities, you know what I'm saying, between their characters. And I think that's just a thing that serial killers probably have, you know what I'm saying, where they just
Man,
that awkward, the societal awkwardness that they have, you know what I'm saying?
I've never seen this before.
Did she?
You never seen what?
Did she ever admit in Swarm? Did she ever like admit that she kind of felt like something was off with her?
You gotta watch.
Don't you do it. Don't you spoil it.
You making it hard because it's the episode.
I'm not gonna watch Swarm.
I'm gonna keep it real vague. I'm gonna keep it.
I haven't finished it.
Yeah, if it. Oh my.
It's not about you, Nay. It's about me.
I watched part of Dahmer, and I was like, nah, this is just like
I'ma
going
dance
nowhere
around it
because
real
he's
quick.
obviously
No, just let it
the
go.
thing. No, the thing is like, no, my thing is like he has a mental disability. It's already been established. His mom established it. His dad established it. He's established it himself in the movie. So disconnecting that, like, it's mm,
It
maybe
was
no.
slightly brought up in Swarm, but it wasn't like
Okay,
Can we
okay,
it
not? Can
that
we
was
wasn't
my
not ruin it
question.
for Garland, please?
We not finna ruin it for you.
I thought you saw Swarm.
I said it multiple times. I've not
So
done.
is it
Are you not
complete,
done? Oh my god.
Chris?
Okay.
So it's complete now. So if I were to jump on, like I could just binge on it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
done. It's like,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
It was
you.
in
okay.
it was in one night. It was done like they didn't. It wasn't like
Yeah, Amazon Prime
it was
releases them
just
all
like
at the same time.
They're 30-minute episodes.
not all the time. So they didn't do that with the Lord
The
of
Rings of
Rings joint
Power.
that they put out.
The Rings
Yeah,
of
I
Power
don't know
wasn't
anything
like
about
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But no, so it's one episode though, G. I mean, I'm not gonna give it away, but it was one episode that makes me feel like they could come out with another season.
I mean, I
If
hope they
didn't
do.
like
I felt that way about Lovecraft
up.
Country. That they
right,
could have done a
they
season
doubled. Yeah,
2.
they said they canceled. Yeah, they
I know
canceled
what
that.
episode you
But
talking
no,
about, but we're not gonna talk
right.
about
So
it.
it reminded me of an episode on Atlanta, the one with the Goofy movie joint.
Oh my
You know what I'm
God.
saying?
I just don't understand why.
Yeah.
I asked
Is
politely.
I didn't.
Let's
give
just
it away,
not
though.
talk
I'm
about
not
it at
giving
all.
nothing away.
Is
Bruh.
Swarm
That's
Bruh.
not giving nothing away. That's
Bruh.
not giving
Just
nothing away.
I don't even want to
Swarm
know.
a true story?
What's
Is
that?
it a true story?
Don't
Swarm?
say nothing.
No,
Don't
I'm not gonna
answer
say
that
nothing. I'm just
question.
saying.
Do not answer that question. It's like
Oh my Google,
the
write
whole
it down.
point of the damn
Oh my
film.
God.
Don't answer the question.
Oh, I'm
It
gonna
literally
do
starts with a
later.
disclaimer in the beginning. Do not answer that question.
Right,
See,
right.
the chat is even saying shut the fuck up.
Bruh.
And this
Nah,
chick
that's what I'm
Nay,
saying, right?
Nay talking about I watched part of Dahmer. I'm definitely not watching this. Oh, it's all out. I can binge it. Okay.
I tried it. It's not good.
What, Dahmer?
I think I watched
That
like
was
2
good.
episodes.
Dahmer is
You know
very
what my
good.
It was
problem is like,
disturbing. It was disturbing.
I don't wanna-
but it was good. It was good.
It's the hard truth, and you know it's history. It happened, so it's like it's not like some made up
think-
shit.
I think when I say that it's disturbing, it's like watching somebody act out a reality that is not my own. It's like weird. Like you just killed somebody.
like almost
Like
everything.
how
What?
do you act normal? Like how do you do that? You just killed somebody.
I mean,
People
he
do it all the
wasn't wrong,
time.
man. He was-
You know what I mean? Hey, it's just like
I've-
you
I
need
think
to
there's a
watch it.
fascinating part about it is that you get to see this side of humanity that you wouldn't normally see in your everyday.
Right.
That's
I
what
don't
that's the
wanna-
whole appeal
I
of
don't
it.
wanna watch all the Dahmer.
You got to know that
When
there's
I
stuff like
was
that out
little,
here.
Like
Like you got
I
to
was
know that it's
little, like-
people out here. You got to know that's a part of humanity that exists. You can't hide from it. Because
Can I
it's
give
real.
my swarm take, please?
Go
Can
ahead.
I get my swarm
Go
take?
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just wondering.
You
Said
ain't
the-
watched the whole thing.
You ain't
though.
watched
I
it.
know I'm the one that put y'all on, but can I tell you
Bruh.
why?
Bruh.
You ain't put
Bruh.
us
Why
on.
it-
You ain't put us on.
What you mean I didn't put you on?
I saw it the night it came out.
Hey, well,
You never brought it up. You never
Go
brought it
ahead,
up.
Go ahead, man.
I'm the one that brought it up in the
So-
discussion.
Oh,
the
my
thing
bad.
is you
My
guys
bad.
is like it's a very disturbing, but it's something that happened. So I'm gonna tell you something. Like, so the reason that I am here is because like I've experienced stuff that, like, I'm from Juarez, Mexico. Like I've experienced stuff. I've seen a live dead person, and I was kind of like talked into, like I was talked out of it. I don't know how to say it. Like they kind of told me like this isn't, like this is what happens. This is it. People die. Like just leave it. Let's just walk away. We didn't even call the authorities or anything. Here in the United States, if you see a dead person, you call the authorities. They do an investigation. They interview you and everything. In Juarez, Mexico, like where I'm from, they don't do that. So for me to watch a show on a white man like killing somebody like that, like that's twisted to me. Like I think maybe that's weird to me. So I'm just gonna leave it alone.
I
So
think
yeah,
it's
no, I don't want to watch Dahmer.
I think it's easy for me to watch because I know I was around when it happened. So it was just like watching to me watching Dahmer is no different than me watching a story about the Temptations or like a Michael Jackson movie or something like that. That's kind of how I see it. It's just a movie showing historical events because I was alive. I mean, you know, I remember it. We was in Chicago. He was right up there in Milwaukee doing this. So this is on the news. So
Yeah.
it was just a deeper, darker. I was like 9, 10.
I'm just personally not
It's
interested.
Like El Chapo. It's like El Chapo getting it cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Chapo.
You know,
Like this is my thing, right? Like I'm just not interested in it. I'm not intrigued by the mind frame of this guy who committed all these atrocities. Like I wouldn't go to the Hitler movie. Kanye might not. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like the difference about Swarm. Hold on, let me get this off. The difference about Swarm is that you walk into. I walked into Swarm not knowing what it was. I just kept seeing it on my feed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So you watch it from the first episode, and man, does it really catch you off guard?
It did.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
caught me off
whoa. But the thing that I love about it, one, I mean, I'm going to give Donald Glover all credit due. He is a brilliant mind. Brilliant mind. And I get it. A lot of people like cape for Jordan Peele. Yo, Donald Glover is the one to watch. What he is doing is something that is not only is it different, but it's also like way more effective, way more relatable, and way more like you can feel it. It doesn't fall flat. Everything he do, it like sticks to your ribs.
So are you saying that Jordan Peele fell flat?
I'm just saying that. I'm saying that
What are you
Donald
saying?
Glover has not.
He's a hater. He's a hater.
What you saying?
He's a hater.
Can't have an opinion without being a hater.
This all
So,
good.
But anyway, I can't. What is her name? Something Fishback. What's her name, Chris? You know it. Lauren Fishback. Laura Fishback. Who's the lead actress?
Let me tell you. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Swarm cast. Dominique Fishback.
Lux.
Lux.
Hey, you know what?
Oh,
That's what we need. We need a
boy.
soundbite that says Lux.
We need one to say Lux.
Yeah.
Man.
We might just take the one that just came out.
So what was going? So what was going? You
Yo,
looked her
man,
up?
Dominique Fishback's performance, I've never seen ever. I'm talking about bring who you want. Bring who you want. Bring Angela Bassett. Bring her. Yo, Dominique Fishback completely made me convinced that that's a real person. It was not an actress.
And
I've
you-
never been more
And guess
convinced
what?
in life.
And guess what? You ain't seen it all. You about to be
Come on,
blown
man.
with these next. How far? Like how? What episode?
I'm on like episode 4, maybe.
you about to get.
I'm just.
Gets better.
She is so well versed.
If you're sold now, wait till you see the rest of it.
I mean, I've been sold on it.
You
I
gonna
just
be
haven't
even
had a
more
chance.
sold now, boy. You in for a treat. I know you finna watch the rest of it.
Boy.
You in for a treat.
Yeah, the last episode was really good. The last episode.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah, but it shows how people are more engulfed in celebrity lives and stuff like that, man. So it's kind of deep, you know. But yeah, man, it's been a little blast, man. It's about 2 hours. It's about time for us to wrap this thing up, man.
For sure.
You know, we gonna get it cracking. I know it's Saturday evening or
I can't
night.
believe you made it through.
I made it.
I can't believe you actually made it through your entire program. You
I did.
maintained it.
No, I gotta get better though.
No,
I
but you
appreciate
did it. You did that, though.
I did it. I think
Let
we
me
got a
give
lot
you-
of.
we need some applause. We ain't got no applause.
We'll have no applause soundbite.
We need some applause sound bites.
I will
You
say,
made it through. You made it through your joint.
nah, I will say I missed the gang though. The whole all four of us back. The original cast, all us back. We got new Luxy on the board, man. I think we got something going season 2, man. This guy is really popping. I feel real good. But all good things must come to an end.
Indeed.
And everyone out here in the chat, man, I appreciate it. I think this is the most chat engagement we've had.
Yeah, I love it.
In a long time.
I love
man.
it. I can actually see the chat better than I thought too.
Yeah, it's 2.0.
Khalil, we need to get you to put your name on there.
Yeah.
Khalil
So
Rack
this is how it
in
works. For everyone that's still on here, I'm gonna tell you. All right, so if you join the Commonwealth Podcast Friends of the Show group, there's a pinned post that tells you how you have to connect your Facebook page to Restream in order to have your name show up on the actual chat stream. Right. Otherwise, it's just gonna show up as Facebook user. Everybody else, it works. Like Twitch is fine. YouTube is fine. But if you're using Facebook, you got to do this extra step. I know it's annoying, but I'd love to know who's saying what. So if you guys go through that process, I'd greatly appreciate it. Just connect your Facebook in the Restream, and we'll see your names all over.
And that's part of the show is we want to engage with the crowd. That's our different vibe on our show. Is if you come watch our show, you're a part of the show. So that's what we enjoy. That's what we like. So
it's gonna get real this season.
It's gonna get real. We only getting better. It's gonna get better. It's only up. What the youngsters say is up from here. That's like a boomer.
It's up.
They just say it's up.
And please follow us on all platforms, right? So we'll say YouTube, Twitch, Twitter.
It's all Commonwealth Pod.
Yep.
Just put Commonwealth Pod over all of them. It's gonna pop up. And this is what we're going to keep doing every Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
That is the time.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right before y'all go out in the club and party, just turn us on and have a good time.
While you getting dressed,
while you getting dressed, taking the shower, kick it with us before you go out and start your night off.
Driving home from the mall.
All that. You know what I'm saying? You got the kids in the car, y'all got the food, whatever. Kick it with us before you do your thing on Saturday. All right?
Word. On
that note, we about to shut it down. Peace, love, and chicken grease and all that good stuff until the next episode. Peace.